Morning, Rollins. My name's Ellie. I'm a junior, double major in environmental studies and communications, and today I'm going to take you around the Genius Preserve of Winter Park. So I just walked onto the property and I'm being surrounded by peacocks. I don't know if they think I have food, but good morning. So the Genius Preserve is a historic piece of old Florida land. Some people call it the oldest place left in Winter Park. So the Genius Preserve was originally purchased by Charles Hosmer Morse around 1904, which is when he first began getting involved with Winter Park. These are some of the citrus groves that he planted. So students have been working here for over 10 years now, whether it's doing field work, research, or just tending to the land under the supervision of Dr. Bruce Stevenson. Dr. Bruce Stevenson is part of the Environmental Studies Department. He actually teaches a lot of classes that come out here as part of the course to learn about Florida's natural landscape, environmental plan. Because of Irma, we had some setbacks in terms of being able to start working on the preserve at a reasonable time. However, we've made a lot of progress so far in just the 3 weeks that we've been working here. Some of our main jobs include removing invasive species, trimming trees, and just overall picking weeds out of the walkway so that when tourists come here, it looks really nice. So for instance, here we just walk around and pull out all the weeds that are within the walkway. Invasive species are a really big problem here in Florida, and whether they're plants or animals, those invasive species are taking over the niche of our natural organisms. The most common way that an invasive species gets to its new environment and starts invading it is through people bringing it there. For example, down in the Everglades, there are large numbers of humongous pythons that are basically wiping out the populations of raccoons, of possums, and these used to be people's pets. While many people aren't very familiar with invasive plants, many are aware of the issues that we're having in Florida specifically with invasive animals. We see the same thing with fish in different bodies of water. For example, you might be familiar with the lionfish. They're actually from like the Indian Ocean area, but they were brought here for people to put in their aquariums. They got sick of them and they released them into the ocean. Now, lionfish are taking over most of our coral reefs in Florida. So, like most things that are released into the environment, most of the exotic species on the Genius Preserve were brought here for their ornamental value. However, because people might only really be familiar with the issues that we're having with invasive animals, I wanted to go over some examples of invasive plants in Florida because it's also a really big issue. Here's a great example of an invasive species. This is called a skunk vine. As you can see, it's now made its way all the way up this oak tree and is going to strangle it out for competition with its natural light. Terrible odor when you pull them, which is why they're probably my least favorite thing. While the skunk vine might look really pretty, as you can see with these yellow flowers, they are strangling out all these native plants. Skunk vines are called skunk vines because they release all of this vine just came out of this tree. As you can see, it's already starting to look a lot more clear, so hopefully the tree can come back to life now that it has more light. This is Chinaberry. This is one of the main issues that we have here on the Genius Preserve, as it was brought here a long time ago for its ornamental value, like I said earlier. It was able to adapt to the environment here in Florida. Chinaberry is from Australia, Indonesia, Asia area. So it traveled really far distances, and it's honestly pretty shocking how well Hey Snapchat, it's me again. I just got back from Spanish class, so now I'm going to start to do some homework.